Hey, what's going on, everybody? Well, this is the first video of the new year for me for 2025. Hopefully everyone is having a good new year so far. Hopefully the new year is treating you well. I know I am late in saying that, but like I said, first video of 2025 for me. So hopefully the new year is treating you guys well so far. That being said, today's video is going to be very short and straight to the point. Basically going to give you guys a whole walkthrough of everything and how everything's looking right now as far as the lawns go. Needless to say, I haven't been uploading either is because the lawns are quote unquote in their sleep mode right now, or they're in dormancy right now. So I wanted to go ahead and do this because I want to show you guys, obviously you guys have seen what my lawn has looked in their prime, I guess you could say. You already know what it looks like when it's actively growing in its growing season. So this video, what I want to go ahead and do is show you guys what Seashore Paspalum looks like when it goes dormant. What I will say right off the bat is it's not as bad as what Bermuda looks like when it's dormant. So that is a plus, and it definitely looks better than that in my opinion. So I definitely like that about Seashore Paspalum. But like I said, I'm going to go ahead and show you guys that in today's video, just so you guys can kind of get an idea of what it looks like for me when my lawn goes dormant. And then also, if you guys are maybe looking into possibly doing Seashore Paspalum for your yard, just want to go ahead and document it for you guys. So without further ado, let's go ahead and show you guys what the lawns are looking like right now. Alrighty, you guys, we're going to go ahead and start off here in the backyard lawn. As you can see right off the bat, this is what Seashore Paspalum looks like when it's dormant. Now, what I will say is the backyard looks a little bit different than the front yard does. I would say this looks a little bit in better shape than the front yard does, but you guys will see that here in a bit. So this is what it looks like currently as of right now. We are going into late January. So yeah, but as you can see, it does have a kind of a yellow shade over the whole entire lawn. That is natural for Seashore Paspalum, as you can tell as well. I do have some like bare spot areas. What I've realized is that is something that I've been experiencing with Seashore Paspalum the past couple years I've been working with it. So yeah, but once it gets back into its growing season, all this stuff is going to fill in, and that's going to also be part of my work coming up here pretty soon, is to start prepping it all to get it ready for this upcoming season. Now, what I will say is as I go ahead and walk over here kind of towards my brick wall area, you can see right in here, there's almost like patches of green and patches of yellow spots. Now, what I will say is that's just kind of, that's the grass's natural way of going dormant. Like, you'll have some areas that look more green compared to others. That's just how it is, you know, especially with warm season grasses. It's just something you'll notice. Every grass type is a little bit different in their characteristics of how they go dormant. But as you can see, it still has a relatively decent green color compared to if you were to look at a lot of Bermuda lawns right now. They're pretty much all brown. So that is one thing I like about Seashore Paspalum, is it does maintain a lot more of its color when it does go dormant, so it doesn't look like your lawn's totally dead, even though it still does look kind of ugly compared to what it looks like in its growing state. But yeah, so this is what the backyard's looking like. What I will say is I'm definitely gonna have my work cut out for me going into once it gets closer to season time, which is going to be, you know, April into May. I'm going to have my work cut out for me to get this thing prepped and get it to, you know, obviously start looking good once it gets back into its growing mode. So this is, like I said, again, currently how the backyard is looking. We are out here at the front yard lawns. We'll go ahead and start over here with the left side patch. As you can tell, the color on this side is a lot more greener than obviously here in the backyard. I think the main reason for that is because both the backyard and then over here on the right side and the front yard have that really hard compacted clay soil. This side over here does not have that, and it's a lot more plush soil, not as compacted here. So I think that's the reason why this has more green color than both the right side part of the lawn and then also the backyard lawn. Is the right side of the front yard. As you can tell right off the bat, the color looks a lot more different compared to the left side, which I just showed you guys. This has a lot more of that yellow haze and kind of yellow shading throughout the whole entire lawn. Again, I think that's because of the hard compacted clay soil I have over here on this side. But all in all, still not too bad at all. It still has, obviously, as you can tell, some green color in there mixed in. So yeah, but I'll kind of go ahead and walk a little bit farther up. Since I'm walking right by this, we'll go ahead and talk about this real quick. What I will say is this upcoming season, I'm going to try and put a lot more effort into trying to blend this right hand side. As you can see, it's really patchy, and I had a hard time getting the grass to grow in this area, obviously with all the tree roots I have running through here, and the clay soil on top of it makes it very, very hard for this grass to grow, even though this grass works very well in all types of soil from what I've been able to experience with it. It's definitely been a challenge, but like I said, we're going to be putting a lot more effort into this side. And the goal is to try and make it blend and almost match this side over here, this kind of obviously better looking area. That's the goal. If I can do that, I'll be very happy. And honestly, I'll be pretty impressed if I can make that happen, just so it obviously looks a lot more presentable, and the overall look is going to look that much better. So yeah, and then also, again, since I'm kind of on this topic, back here as well, as you can tell, very patchy. It kind of almost looks like the same over here as this that side does that I just showed you. Again, gonna try and put a lot more effort and time into this area back in here to try and match this over here, the good looking stuff is what I'll say. So we're gonna try and take this ugly looking stuff and try and blend it to match this. It's gonna be a huge challenge, but I'm up for it this year. And like I said, if I can do that, I'll be super happy and very pleased with it all. It's gonna look that much better, and the presentation of it all is just gonna look awesome if I can do that. Yeah, so one of the main things I love about Seashore Paspalum is obviously when it does go dormant, it still is able to maintain its color and still look relatively good. Granted, in my eyes, it still doesn't look that pretty, and it still obviously doesn't look that presentable, but overall it still looks pretty good. It still has some of that green throughout. So yeah, that's one of the huge pluses that I love about Seashore Paspalum, is how it's able to maintain its color when it's dormant. So pretty much showed you guys obviously both, or I should say all the lawns. Over here we got the right side, we did the left side as well, and then obviously did the backyard earlier. So kind of showed you guys all that. Now let me go ahead and chat with you guys a little bit. Well, that is what the lawns are looking like as of right now in their current state of dormancy. Like I said, we're going into late January, and that's how the lawns are looking as of right now. So the main reason I wanted to go ahead and make this video for you guys is to kind of give you that compare and contrast viewpoint of kind of this whole entire process of this thing we like to do as far as lawn care goes. Obviously, you guys have seen videos I've put out where the lawn looks its best, and I'm, mowing it frequently. It's looking really good. It's plush, and it has that really aesthetic look to it. Where, as of right now, obviously, after filming this video for you guys get to see what the lawn goes through as far as when it goes dormant and everything else. It doesn't look as pretty, and obviously, I'm not doing a whole lot to it as of right now. So that's kind of another reason why I want to make this video for you guys, is just to kind of highlight the whole process of this whole lawn care game that we love. You're gonna have ups and downs, and then obviously you're gonna have this part of it where it's like, it's part of its natural characteristics that you can't change, and you just kind of gotta be patient. You gotta wait till, obviously its season comes around and it starts growing again. So that's kind of one thing I wanted to just highlight for you guys, is that obviously, not everything is going to be perfect the way you want it, and sometimes you just got to be patient and trust the process. So another reason I made this video as well is to just kind of highlight Seashore Paspalum grass type in general. Not a whole lot of people know about it, and there's not that many people putting out videos about it. So I found that as a great opportunity to just go ahead and make content, obviously surrounded on my grass type as far as Seashore Paspalum goes, and to just kind of, like I said, shed some light on it and just show how good of a grass type it really is. So final thing that I want to go ahead and touch on with you guys is, as far as content goes, What I will say right off the bat is you guys can expect a lot more content being pumped out here very shortly. Obviously, like I said, we're in late January now, going into February here very shortly, which means I'm that much closer to obviously when my grass is going to come out of dormancy. So there are some things that I already have, you know, lined up and kind of planned out that I want to do this year that I didn't do last year. So you guys can obviously keep an eye out for that. And then there are some things that I did as well last year that I am going to do again this year. So yeah, just in general, just keep an eye out and be ready for some more content here. Like I said, coming shortly. Since my lawns are dormant, there's not much content to be made as of right now, since it's not actively growing. I mean, I'm not even mowing it. I'm hardly watering it as it is. If I am watering it, it's just to honestly keep the soil damp underneath and not have it get rock hard and obviously create more compaction. So that's pretty much all I'm doing right now. But like I said, that'll change here very shortly and you guys can expect more content to come. So yeah, you guys, other than that, that is pretty much it for today's video. If you guys did enjoy watching this video, please go ahead, smash that thumbs up button for me. As I always say, it continues to help me out. It lets me know what you guys are enjoying on the channel. After doing that, smash that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notifications. That way you can get notified for when I upload new videos. I got my social medias in the description below. With all that being said, it's your boy C Pims. Peace out, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.